Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Once again, I am going to take you guys through my M1 finance portfolio. Last week, I showed you guys what I purchased as my very first new stock when it comes to my dividend portfolio. And today I am going to go ahead and show you guys the second stock I'm going to be buying today. Now I'm going to be buying this in real time with you guys so you can see the process if you haven't done so already, or if you just enjoy watching somebody else buy shares in a company. Now, last week, in case you did miss it, we did end up buying Disney as our new portfolio member, but we added them in and we added $10 into the portfolio. So two things I want to make sure in case this is your first dividend portfolio video with us. One, we're only adding about 10 bucks or so every week. Hopefully over time that does go up, and I know it's not a lot, but it is getting started, and that's the most important part. And then the second thing is that I know that Tesla is not a dividend stock, and if you guys mentioned that in the comments, I just have it because I want to own a full share of Tesla one day, and M1 Finance kind of allows me to do so. So just bear that in mind. But overall, right now on our portfolio, we are sitting at $170.92. So that was, of course, adding in that 10 bucks from last week. And I'll show you guys how it got broken down here in just a moment. So the overall return so far is not so great, partially because Tesla stock has gone down, but the overall market has definitely gone down as well. And that's actually something to mention here in the video, because when it comes to investing, you know, at least for me, I'm doing this long term, so the short term market fluctuations shouldn't matter, and I'm going to keep on investing the way I plan on investing. And one other thing to really note here is that I am definitely not a financial advisor, so definitely take this as a fun entertainment piece and not an educational piece in that matter. Definitely talk to a financial advisor or do your own research when it comes to investing, because this is all about your risk management. It's making sure that you understand where your risk tolerance stands, because mine is definitely different than yours, and we can't compare the same. So don't take what I have as something you should be doing. Just see this as a fun experience to watch somebody else grow their portfolio. Now, I mentioned that I'm going to show you guys really quick what last week's money did. So over here, that $10.01 got invested because I had like 3 cents on the account. So we did have most of it go into Disney because it was a new share. So we had $8.75 go in there. So we got 0.065 shares of Disney. 41 cents went into Microsoft. I know this is like not a lot, but every little bit starts growing. So that got us 0.003 shares. And then we did get an extra 85 cents into Tesla. That got us 0.004 shares of more of the company. So that's where our $10 went. And we'll see how next week's, this $10 will go into by next week. Now, if by chance this is your first video with us, I'm going to be doing these on a weekly basis where we're going to be adding a new share into the portfolio, and I'll show you guys the growth and everything that's going on with this as well. Some weeks it'll be really fun to see the growth or the decline, I guess, and then other weeks it might be pretty boring and stagnant, but I will show you guys either way so you guys can see the progress overall. One thing I mentioned last week as well too is to let me know what you guys think of when it comes to certain funds, when it comes to dividend investing. I want to hear from you guys. I had some great suggestions last week that I have been doing research on, and I think I'm going to be adding one here in the near future. So keep giving me those suggestions because I do like to look into them. And somebody asked me last week what websites I use, and one of the main websites is called Seeking Alpha. This is the website I like to use when it comes to looking at a company and overall information. So I really, really like it a lot. And they give me some great insight on, whether I should go with the company or not. Just letting you guys know overall, what I'm doing and what I'm personally using. So now we're going to go ahead and add this new fund in to our portfolio. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. So we're going to go into edit, and then we're going to click on add. Actually, hold on. Let me go back here. I'm gonna have to scroll my screen back down because I moved it over for the other thing. So we're gonna go back here to edit. We're gonna go to add, And so this one is actually going to be a REIT. And I actually have another REIT that I want to add as well down the road here very shortly. So this one is NRZ, which is New Residential Investment Corp. Now, currently their shares are at $15.25. They've actually, over the last week, have gone down quite a bit in the overall share. As you can see here, just the 1 day has actually gone down significantly. I think if we go here for the 5 days, yeah, it's a pretty sharp decline there in the last 5 days. One thing to keep in mind here is that the overall dividend yield is actually really high at 13.12%. And normally you might be thinking like, whoa, that's a good dividend. But most of the time, high yield dividends can actually be a really bad sign for a fund. So you don't want to like go into a fund just because it has a high dividend yield. Usually that can spell a lot of other bad things on the back end of that company. But I do like NRZ here. I actually have some shares with my Robinhood portfolio with them, and I've been earning 50 cents a share every quarter. When it comes to investing, I kind of mentioned earlier is that it's like risk management. And for me personally, I do like taking a little bit of risk, but making sure I do have, some really safe places where I'm keeping my money as well. So this is one of the ones where it's a little bit riskier, of course, but I am willing to put my effort into making sure that I'm paying attention to this fund and where it's going for the long run. So this is the one we're gonna go ahead and add today to our fund. So let's go do that. And we're gonna go ahead and add this over. Now, I've been doing 5% on all the new funds because we're gonna be adding so many over time, and we're taking it usually away from Vanguard. So we're gonna do the same thing here again today, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit add. So here, we added it. We're gonna go ahead and close here, and we're gonna save. We're gonna go ahead and confirm. All right, so we went through and confirmed that. Now we're gonna go ahead and buy another $10 into this overall fund. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then M1 does a pretty good job of getting the money into the account and then being able to get that money into the funds the very next day. Sometimes that can change depending on holidays and other types of timings when you actually try to put in the deposit. So just something to keep in mind. But overall, now we're gonna be adding $10 more into our portfolio, and we are now going to have 5% of our fund or our overall pie allocated towards NRZ. So that's going to be the newest fund. But as I mentioned, I really would like to hear from you guys down below which fund you guys want me to look into next week. The other thing, if you haven't used M1 Finance before and you want to get started with investing, I will actually leave a link at the top of the show notes for you. Now that is an affiliate link, which means I do make a small commission for you guys utilizing that referral link to get started with M1, but that does help support the channel with me continuing to make these videos and being able to actually invest some of that referral bonus here into the actual portfolio itself as well. So I do appreciate you guys using that link to support me. If you can't use the link, no worries. You can support me by watching all the way through these types of videos. It really screams at YouTube to help grow the channel even more. So whether it's this video, last week's M1 video, or any future ones, or any videos I have, if you guys watch all the way through, it does phenomenal work for me there. You can also like the channel as well, or the videos, I should say. You can like the videos themselves. That'd be interesting if you can just like the channel. But I guess that's subscribing to it as well. But I'm losing myself here. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed me taking you guys through this journey with me on M1 Finance and where we're kind of going to go with this. I don't know exactly where this fund is going to go, if it's going to be all dividend investing, if I get, a little bit more back into the ETFs like I have with my retirement accounts. But you guys get to watch the journey with me. So, every week, once a week, probably on Wednesdays, you guys are going to see these videos come out. So make sure you guys have that subscribe button hit down below so you get notified when more of these videos do come out. Now, if you want to see more content here on the channel, check out my video right over here. And if you made it this far, make sure you have that subscribe button hit down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.